Welcome to Vansik Maths. Make sure you subscribe. For today's lesson, we want to look at scale factor and enlargement. So under this, first of all, you have to understand scale factor. It means an object has been enlarged or multiplied by how many times, or the coefficient. Then enlargement also just to increase in size, but this topic relates with similarity. You find that two objects are similar, but one of them is smaller, the other one is big. So you have a question here. They are saying that find the image of a point A, coordinates is 4, 2, when scale factor is, for A the scale factor is negative 1, then B the scale factor is positive 2, under 0, 0 as the center of enlargement. So you need to understand first of all when the scale factor is negative and when the scale factor is positive. How does it look like, or what is the scenario? So when the scale factor is positive, let's say you have an object like this. Here is the object, and here is your center of enlargement. So when the scale factor is positive, usually the image will lie on this other side, because you'll have, let's say this one is your vertices of this triangle. You'll have to draw those lines, straight lines, passing through the vertices. And you'll have to measure the distance from here to here. Then you multiply it. If it is the enlargement is 2 times, then you have to multiply this distance times 2. Then again you measure from that center up to the other point. The same applies to this distance. Again you measure this distance. If it is times 3, again multiply that distance times 3, then measure from the origin here, then measure. So this kind of enlargement, this one is positive. The image and the object, they lie towards the same side. Now what about if you have a scenario where you have a negative scale factor? Let's say this one is your origin, then you have your triangle here with vertices. So when you have the origin here, you'll have to measure this distance, but now the image will be on this side. If it is a negative 2, you measure this distance, multiply by negative 2, by 2, then you'll measure that distance from the origin here, and it becomes this side. The same applies also this point. You connect it using a straight line towards the passing through the origin like that. Then you have to measure this distance. If the scale factor is -1, you just multiply by 1, then it becomes on the other side. You measure again from the point of origin. If it is a -3, you multiply by 3 that distance, then you measure from the origin towards this other side. So this kind of enlargement, then you'll have negative. So bearing this in mind, you know how to tackle such kind of question. You know that for negative object and image, they are on the opposite side, and the center of enlargement is at the middle. For positive, they are on the same side. So let us now handle this question and see how it is. So find the image of a point 4, 2 when the scale factor is -1, under 0, 0. So the origin is 0, 0. Then you have your coordinate is 4, 2. Point A is 4, 2. So it means, since you are dealing with -1, it means the image should be on this side. A prime will be this side. You have your object and image. So you are saying that if you take y2, let's say here you have a unknown xy. If you take y2 minus a distance from y2 to the point of origin, or the center of enlargement, and again from y to the origin, again the distance from this y to the origin, then you divide, we need to get our scale factor. We need to get our scale factor. So the same applies also for x. When you check x2 minus 0, then again x minus 0, we need to get our scale factor. So for our case here, we have 2 minus 0 over y minus 0. We get the scale factor negative 1. Get the scale factor negative 1. So this will become 2 is equals to negative y. So it means your y will be negative 2. Then for x, again we have 4 minus 0 over, again x minus 0 will get negative 1. So you'll have 4 is equals to negative x, so x is equals to negative 4. So it means a prime is negative 4, negative 2. You have negative 4, and you have negative 2. That is for negative enlargement, negative 1. What about positive 2? What about positive 2? So you are saying that when you have a positive enlargement, it means object and image will lie towards one side. So you have the center here 0, 0. Then you have your object A, which is 4, 2. Then you have A prime, which is unknown, xy, towards the other side. And here we are dealing with positive 2, the scale factor. So you are saying this distance, when you take this distance from here to here, then divide by this distance, it will give you 2. So we deal first of all with the y coordinates and again the x coordinates. So for the y coordinates, from y minus 0 over, again here the y is 2 minus 0, it will give you 2. So you'll have y is equals to 4. About x, we have x minus 0 over, now here the x is 4 minus 0, it will give you 2. So you have x is equals to 8. So it means your a prime will be 8, 4. Scale factor is 2. So the distance, you take the distance from here up to the point of origin, and the distance from the object to the point of origin. It's like when you take image over the object, it will give you the scale factor. So you go with the distance. So such like question you handle in such like manner. Up to there, I think you can easily tackle that kind of question with ease. Thank you for watching.